Hi, thank you for joining this presentation from our little business called Sleeptite. And I really appreciate the team at LASA having us along to have a discussion. That's something that I find really important for the sector to understand and to know and to realise in order to make a positive, meaningful difference for the future of the aged care sector. My name's Cameron Dungen and I'm a CEO of a company called Sleeptite. Now, Sleeptite's a LASA affiliate, so we put our money where our mouth is when it comes to being part of the movement, and I hope you get some benefit out of today's presentation. So I'm going to start with why we exist, Sleeptite. Then I'll go into who we are and what we do, but the why is the critical part of this program. Why we exist is to help the general health and well-being of all older Australians. Now, very grandiose statement, I know, but we do start to break it down when you understand who we are and what we do. Who we are is a team of dedicated professionals in the space of innovation and technology. We really focus around the bedroom though. We brought people in from all different walks of life, from all different backgrounds, nationalities, but we have one common cause, one common belief, and that is to make a tangible difference, to make a real difference to those in the aged care sector. So what do we do? Well, we make products, we innovate, and we make technologies in and around the bedroom. And I'll go through some of the challenges, and that essentially is what today's talk is all about, is the challenges we faced when developing, innovating, and creating in and around the aged care sector. I can talk to you about all the blue sky theories, all of the wonderful things we do, but in essence, we try to make the bedroom in an aged care environment, whether it be in a residential aged care facility or any various level of care in the healthcare system, right through to home care and even retirement living. Our focus is the bedroom and products within it. We make adjustable beds that are our own design. We make our own mattresses, again, our own exclusive designs and built specifically for the category to have some validated reasons as to why the pressure disbursement is better than most other materials used in this space. And the big one we're known for is our CRCP, a Cooperative Research Centres project, which is a federal government funded program, 3 years in the making, started in 2018. We're in the final year at the moment to develop a non-invasive resident monitoring system from the surface of a mattress through the course of a night. Essentially, we monitor presence, whether they're there or out of bed. We monitor heart rate and breathing as part of this with a non-wearable, non-invasive. It's off the surface of the mattress and no one has to wear anything or do anything to interact with it. So let's get down to brass tacks though, shall we? Because it all sounds wonderful when we talk about blue sky thinking and innovation and research and development. But today I actually wanted to talk to you about the real challenges faced by companies such as Sleeptite that are trying to develop products in a category that really isn't ready to adopt or hasn't been willing to adopt to this point in time. And that's why we want to have this conversation so that we can move forward in this category. And I'm going to start with this product right here. We call it the Sirius. To you, it looks like an adjustable bed, a normal adjustable bed. There is a lot of work that has gone into this bed. This is more than 2 years of engineering work. And the challenges still haven't been overcome. Not because of the engineering, not because of what we can or cannot do in a factory to manufacture this product, because the moving target that is regulations in various states around Australia make it exceedingly difficult to deliver a bed that is universally loved and accepted and adopted by the category. So we started off by looking at beds that were in aged care facilities right now. And we heard from CEOs, carers, nurses, we heard from facility managers, procurement teams, we heard from everybody that they didn't like their current supply chain. They didn't like the beds available to them. They felt that they were outdated, old, and didn't have the functionality they wanted. So we set about building a bed that delivered on everything they wanted. The first challenge here was getting hold of a standard set of regulations we could build a bed to. We needed to deliver a bed that was floor line, because of the fact that the changes in the condition of a resident from low care to high care can happen overnight. Switching them in rooms or switching in beds is a nightmare. It's labor intensive, it's fraught with danger, and it's a timely, costly experience trying to do it. So we looked at it and said, how about we made every bed functional from floor line to OH&S height. Trying to find a regulation that tells you what is acceptable as a floor line bed is virtually impossible. We managed to get our hands on a procurement guide from the department, the Victorian department, that talked about what was acceptable as a floor line bed, and we built it to those specifications. 200 mil from the top of the bed. It was actually 350 mil, including the mattress. But if the mattress is 150 mil, and that's about your average standard aged care mattress thickness, that gives you about 200 mil to play with at its lowest position, 20 centimeters. Now that is a difficult ask. We managed to get this bed to 20 centimeters on the nose. At 15 centimeters, you hit your 350 height. That is approved in Victoria as a floor line bed. The next challenge is going up to an OH&S height. Now the height there is a height of 900 mil inclusive of mattress. So 750 for the bed itself. We went and did it. We've made this bed achieve these specifications, and still we get feedback from facilities that are concerned it might not meet regulations. So when we're developing technology such as the Sirius, and I'm talking not blue sky advanced technology, I'm talking about just upgrading and innovating in the existing category. Regulations are critically important to us because one set of rules means that we can develop product to those set of rules. So let's move across to now the advanced technology that we're working on, because again, this is a huge challenge. I mentioned before our program, a non-invasive resident monitoring system. Well, here's an example of what it does, a nice little visual graphic. Through the course of a night, we're able to determine whether a resident is in bed or not, and also how long they have been out of bed for. We can determine whether they're breathing or not, and we're working on the ability to determine whether they've got a heart rate and some other elements of vital signs to a class 2A medical device level. The challenge here has been that the category is also concerned about what we might find out. Now, I'm not going to name names or dob or do anything like that because that is not in our nature. We are here to help the industry. We are here to deliver products that work for you to your exact requirements, your exact specifications. But we have had, on occasion, a request that could we turn off features and functions because some people don't want to know the answers to them because it might cause them a bigger headache. That's a huge challenge for people like us that are trying to innovate and deliver a better experience at a lower cost and lower overhead. We want to increase care quality and decrease your costs as service providers, as facility management companies. So for us, when you tell us to turn things off, it starts to seem counterproductive and probably points to a culture of being ultra conservative and risk averse. Completely understandable, particularly in the current environment when there's a Royal Commission underway. It is a frightening time, but we want to work with you to help you deliver long-term results. And that does mean there is a level of risk of unearthing things you may not want to know. The reality is the only way we get better is if we find these things out and we acknowledge them. This is the big one though, isn't it? I mean, it's real for all of us in business, but I really feel for those of you that are running residential aged care facilities at the moment, or even community care setups. Money, bang for buck, the almighty dollar. The challenge is whatever they're writing out in the newspapers right now, I don't think they truly understand the price and cost pressures you all face. So one of the biggest challenges and barriers to adoption of new technology and new innovations is cost. So we understand that and have gone back and built things within your existing price matrix and tried to go below what you are paying for right now. It's front of mind. It's very real. It's your reality. Therefore, it's our reality. But it's something we need to recognize. It is a challenge. We don't have this same challenge for innovation in other categories. It is quite specific to aged care in particular. Doesn't mean that we can make it go away. It just means we need to be realistic and understand that it is a very real barrier to adoption of new technologies and innovations. The question is, what can we do? What can we do? Well, what we need to do is admit first that we have a problem. We've got a few problems. The challenges are, we do have a risk-averse culture in this category. We have pricing issues. We have no set of national regulations for things as simple as an adjustable bed, floor line to OH&S height. We look for procurement guides, but is that really a national standard, a national regulation that people that are developing and innovating can actually shoot to achieve? We need these things. So we need to be brave. We need to go out there and make a stand. And if there's one thing I can say to each of you that are managing these things, it is worth your while to take a risk, calculated risk. Make sure you talk to people like Sleeptite about your concerns. Open up to us. We are here to deliver products that work for you within your own risk framework. Risk is not going away. Risk will continue to increase, but allow us to work with you and open up so that we can develop technologies, products, and anything else that is innovative to help reduce your overheads, but increase your quality of care. We are here to help, but we need to acknowledge there are problems. There are very real challenges and barriers, but people like Sleeptite are here to help. So are all of our partners that are involved in building this. And I should give recognition now as well to the federal government that are a very good supporter of Sleeptite, as well as RMIT University and Sleep Easy Bedding, which is a manufacturing partner of ours as well. Look, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I hope it's given you some food for thought, and thank you for joining me here. And if there's any questions you do have, please make sure to come and see me, shoot me a note, shoot me an email, and we'll catch up.